Hey Raj, you're from Hampden Sports Clinic, you're a doctor there. Could you explain a little bit more about your role, what you do?
Yeah, so I'm one of the doctors on the Support Within Sport team. So that is a clinical triage line. So we have a mobile phone number that's available to all staff and players in the Scottish professional game for any mental health and wellbeing support. So if a player or a member of staff contacts the line, they would speak to one of our doctors on the team, and anything they say to us with any issues they present would be completely confidential, and we can arrange access to either sports psychology, clinical psychology support, counselling. We also have some support by way of issues with gambling, alcohol addiction as well.
I think that leads me on nicely to my second question. You've pretty much answered my first anyway. So obviously players face a lot of challenges mentally in their professional game. Have you noticed any sort of new trends, new issues popping up recently you'd like to address or speak about?
Yeah, there's certainly the traditional trends that we know in football,
Yep.
And there's also some of the newer trends. I guess the traditional ones that we know in football are there's always pressures around non-selection, injury, especially significant time loss injury, and contracts as well.
Yeah.
So with that, you can also see that whilst they can certainly have a huge impact on a player's mental well-being, and at those times or those transition times in someone's career, whether they're starting out or even transitioning out of the sport, is often helpful for them to reach out to one of our team. In terms of new trends, we're starting to see more and more trends related to psychological well-being being affected by unhelpful inputs in social media.
Yeah, of course.
Whilst the media is a part of the game, it's an opinion-based sport. It's also sometimes helpful for players to develop the tools to reach out if they are struggling in any way, and as we hope that some of the processes around media and the way that players and staff are treated in the certainly in the social media context will improve over time, which I imagine it will. It's important for them to know they can reach out to the service if they need any support.
Of course, I mean, we've seen some pretty historic examples recently. The England's team obviously getting to the final of the Euros, and some black players missing penalties, and then there was racist abuse directed to them online as well. It's unfortunately the platform gives people the opportunity to spout horrible racist abuse like that, and the consequences don't seem to quite marry up with the offence that they're committing at the time. So yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, and also the line is open to those that have experienced any discrimination or have been stigmatised throughout the sport as well.
Yep. So on to that last sort of question here. Say there's a player out there that's looking for support but is too worried to reach out, maybe feels like there's a stigma with doing so, or don't feel confident to get the help they need. Maybe they've reached out for help at other places before and they've not got the support they've gotten. What would you say to them to convince them to get in touch?
Well, absolutely. It often lies with the individual in terms of them feeling comfortable to reach out. I would certainly say that if they got in touch, everything that they get in touch with would be held in the strictest of confidence, completely confidential between a member of our team that they speak with, and anything within that conversation would not be shared out with that conversation without their explicit consent. Okay. In terms of their just reticence to reach out, we hope that in time, with the fabulous work that PFA do and the national governing body does, we hope that in time that the stigma around mental well-being and mental health will start to be removed. There's definitely been huge strides made in that, and we just hope that continues on.